has literally become the incarnate form of insanity, continuing to do the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. They continue to put out woke crap. They continue to put out terrible stories, pathetic characters, and yet they continue to expect us to eat.
We've got not one, but two absolutely insane courtroom moments today. And trust me, you don't want to miss them. First, we have a defendant who completely loses it in front of the judge. We're talking full-blown meltdown. Yelling, throwing, a tantrum, and turning the courtroom into their personal stage. But here's the thing. Judges don't put up with that kind of disrespect. Step out of line, and they'll hit you with contempt charges instantly. And that's exactly what happens. Here, did the judge handle this fairly, or did the defendant take things way too far? Let us know what you think in the comments. That definitely didn't go well for Mr. Rico. Seriously. What?
Crying on that stage.
When am I not crying in public? It's so upsetting.
Why were you crying?
Oh my gosh! I saw the. Well, we didn't even see.
Overwhelming.
We didn't even see, but I saw the logo and I went, "That's my name. Snow White's up there," and I cried my eyes out.
What was it like seeing yourself for the first time in full Snow White drag?
I love that description. It's perfect. Oh my God. Well, when you get to wear Sandy Powell, first of all, insane. And then you get to be lit by Mandy Walker and Nadia Stacey designed your hair and makeup. It's like the most incredible thing in the world. And then all of a sudden you open your eyes and you watch the playback, which I never do. And I saw myself on screen and I just wanted to throw up. I was so happy about it. And it was the most incredible experience. And the fan reaction was insane. We didn't even see what they were clapping for. I think it was good. I don't know.
We didn't see anything. Yeah. We're still waiting.
You see yourself as the evil queen. You are not evil. You are not evil. You're a queen, but you're not evil. What was it like seeing yourself as the evil queen for the first time?
We did not see the clip, so I still haven't seen anything.
But when you were in makeup.
But when I was in makeup, just like she said, we got to work with such an amazing crew, and it was just like the best it could ever be. I must say that for me, also the transition for the old hag was incredible because it was all real prosthetics and all of that.
You were in the chair for like 4 hours.
4 hours and changing the voice and everything. I feel so lucky that I got to play something that is so far from what I know and what I'm used to, and I super enjoyed every second of it.
You said you were bringing a modern edge to it on stage. What do you mean by that?
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true. And so it's just a really incredible story for, I think, young people everywhere to see themselves in.
Snow White is running for president.
I'm launching my campaign.
What was he thinking? Did he actually believe that yelling and cursing at the judge would help his case? Clearly, logic was not on his side. Whether it was just bad judgment or something deeper, this was never going to end well. Judges don't tolerate nonsense, and this one shut it down immediately. This had to be one of the wildest courtroom moments I've seen in a while. Most people tried to argue legal technicalities, but this guy, he went all in, screaming, swearing, and making it his personal showdown. Not exactly a smart move. Now, let's move on to the second case. And trust me, this one might be even crazier. This next guy straight up confesses in front of the judge, and you won't believe what happens next. But before we dive into that, let me know your thoughts on the first case in the comments. So, what do you think? Is this guy telling the truth? Or is he just another manipulator trying to talk his way out of trouble? Personally, I'm getting...
Mr. Briggs, you're before the court today making first appearance, Raymond, on 2 charges. The first is malicious mischief in the 3rd degree. It's a gross misdemeanor subject to 364 days in jail and a $5,000 fine. Second is harassment, domestic violence. That's also a gross misdemeanor subject to 364 days in jail and a $5,000 fine. Because the charges have domestic violence enhancements, they are something where if you're convicted of them, it would result in your inability to possess firearms.
I don't own a firearm. That's
okay.
what I told
Again, I have to let everybody know whether you have guns or not.
So I was denied due process. I have paperwork that proves that I owned the car before I was married. So therefore the car is mine. And since we're in separation, no judge has divided property yet. So technically the car is still mine. So I wrote on my own car. That's a fact. Here's the paperwork. I sit down at the bank
today.
Well,
we're having your arraignment.
Okay.
You're entering a not guilty plea.
I was denied due process, sir.
Hold on.
You said I could speak.
No, I didn't.
want to
I said you should exercise your right to remain
I choose
silent.
not to, sir.
Your attorney, if they were sitting there, would not have you making factual statements on the record.
That's my discretion, sir. Because I believe there's Fourth Amendment charges. I was denied all kinds of rights, and I will be coming back with a vengeance. I have paperwork.
Are you threatening the court?
I am not threatening the court anything. I'm not threatening anybody.
I have the right to sue. I have
the right to sue this city, and that's what I just said. So if you want to take that farther than that, that's up to you. I did not say that. I'm making it clear.
You said you are coming back with a vengeance.
With an attorney. It doesn't have anything to do with me. That's not a threat to you. The city. I said I'm suing the city. So you do what you want today. Go ahead and hold me in contempt. Go ahead. I'm suing the city. I will be suing the city. If you will take that as a threat, then that's fine. I will be talking to the city attorney. I've already talked to the city. I'm talking to people. I talked to the police chief already.
Yeah, I've seen how you've conducted yourself.
Yeah, that's right. Because I'm being wrong. It's my house. She had no business being there, and she hasn't even lived there for 6 months. She hasn't paid a bill for 8 months. She can't just come there. I have rights.
You do?
Just because she's entitled to be able to be on the property doesn't mean she can just come.
We've discussed your rights today. We're not going to litigate your case today.
Do I have the option to speak with the city attorney as well?
This is a criminal court.
Do I have the option to speak with the city attorney?
Not once you say you're going to be hiring an attorney.
Do I have the option to speak with the city attorney? I'm not hiring an attorney. I want to speak with the city attorney.
Not today.
Okay. When would I be able to do that?
That's me, sir, and I will give you my card.
Okay.
But we do have some release conditions we will be requesting.
Okay. Go ahead, Ms. Carmen.
Yes, Your Honor. We are requesting a formal no contact order with victim notification.
It should have been me filing.
Oh,
She's
please,
harassed
sir.
me.
Please, sir.
Serious arrogance vibes. Like he thinks acting overly confident will help him. Spoiler alert, it won't. He's about to drop a confession that's absolutely shocking. And the judge's reaction? Priceless. Honestly, I have to wonder, what is going through his head? Do people really think they can just wing it in court? Why not hire a lawyer and put together an actual defense? This strategy is clearly backfiring. And judging by the judge's reaction, it's obvious he's not believing a word of it. The more this guy talks, the more obvious it becomes. He desperately needs a lawyer. It's painfully clear that he has no idea what he's doing, and I can only imagine how frustrating this must be for the judge. If you're...
All right, go ahead.
The facts of this case are highly concerning with regard to the threats that were made. These folks are in the midst of a dissolution. Statistically, through peer-reviewed literature, that is one of the highest risk times for partners who are splitting for domestic
Well, what about the
violence.
time I got punched in the chest 5 times? Nobody did anything about that, and I reported it to the officer. Upon arrest, I told him 2.5 months ago, I've been punched in the chest. I will take a lie detector test for that and pay for it. And I received nothing.
The city attorney is making her release recommendation. You need to let her finish.
I was denied due process. You guys didn't take my complaint. So you didn't even take my complaint. And then you don't want me to call it racism. You didn't even take my complaint.
The only thing we are doing today, sir, is you have entered a not
Well, there
guilty
should be
plea.
equal treatment under the law, and I have not
Not
received that.
litigating your case today. I've already told you that. You've seen every other person come up here. I've entered not guilty pleas. I've set
Well, I
release
want to put this in the record. Can I give this to the attorney so she can follow up on this? This is my proof that the car is mine. I don't go to her. I am at my house. She came to me. I never go to her. So why is the order against me when I don't even deal with her?
Please let the city attorney finish her recommendation. So we're walking on a very fine line right here with your conduct in court today.
Okay, I'll stop. Sorry.
Thank you.
won't even go to Oregon, sir.
I will add,
Oregon.
I will add, because Mr. Briggs has brought it up, we are not seeking to remove him from the home that he is residing in.
How are you gonna? She don't even live there. Are you kidding me? She doesn't live there. I paid the mortgage there for the last for 4 years. I paid the mortgage, and I can prove that.
Mr. Briggs.
I'm trying. You're gonna remove me from my home? What are you talking
I'm
about?
saying she is not.
Why are you even saying that?
Because
She don't live there. Her address is in Oregon. Why are you even?
You're not going to hire an attorney. At least understand the basics of your case. What do you think? Is he genuinely confused? Or is he just putting on an act to gain sympathy? Honestly, I can't tell if he's faking or just completely clueless. Either way, stick around, because he's about to drop a bombshell confession that changes everything. And there, it is. He really shouldn't have said that. This guy just completely ruined his own case, and the judge is about to bring the hammer down. Of all the things he could have said, why would he mention that? He spent so much time.
because Mr. Briggs has brought it up, we are not seeking to remove him from the home that he is residing in.
How are you gonna? She don't even live there. Are you kidding me?
Your Honor, the reason that I am bringing this up is that the victim has requested a civil standby so that she can go get her personal belongings from the home.
Property has not been divided by the court. She has her personal items and her personal belongings. And then the court has to divide the property. That's what I've been waiting for. I've encouraged her to file the divorce papers, sir.
I will be finished here shortly, Your Honor. The proposed NCO that we have drafted, after contacting Battleground to make sure this is something that they could do.
That's against the law. No way.
Is that she can call for a civil standby where they would go to Mr. Briggs' home. She has the same 15 to 20.
She can't come there and just take whatever she wants out of the home. It hasn't been divided by the divorce court. I believe she's demonically possessed by the Jezebel spirit. So I don't want her around me. There's a visceral reaction that I haven't felt around a person in many years. If I'm from here to her, I want to throw up. I literally cannot be around her. And I've required that she not come to the house. She came to the house because I refused to get the HELOC with her to help her pay off her bills. So she came to the house the next day, and then that's when everything started. I was sitting there with my brother-in-law, drinking beer by myself, like I always do. I didn't go to her. She came to my house. And she has forfeited, I haven't proved it, but she's forfeited her right to the property. She hasn't paid a single bill there in 8 months. And when she left, the moment that she took her and got a new bank account at Columbia Credit Union, that's the day of separation. That was over 8 months ago. She cannot just come to that property.
I have jurisdiction for a victim to be able to retrieve property.
What would I be keeping from her, sir? She has all of her clothing. There's a table and a side table in the bedroom. That's all that's there. And whatever's in the garage. I haven't kept her from anything. I'm trying not to kill her.
Time insisting he was innocent, playing the victim, only to say something that completely proves the opposite. At this point, it feels like he's just talking, for the sake of it, trying desperately to argue his way out. But honestly, he's only making things worse, digging his own grave with every word. I can just imagine the judge thinking, why am I even listening to this guy? You'd think people would know when to stay quiet in court, especially when things aren't looking good for them. What do you think? Was he innocent, or did he just make things even worse for himself? Drop your thoughts in the comments. What? An absolute disaster. This might be one of the worst defendants I've ever seen. He basically confessed, in open court, to thinking about harming his ex. Like, what was he even trying to accomplish? Was he hoping for sympathy?
Your Honor,
Okay. That's not. Now hold
I
on.
did actually ask he be held on $10,000 bail.
Listen, sir. Listen.
You can't.
I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying that I've tried to keep her away because of violence. I don't want.
Keeping with statements.
Oh my God. Do you understand? Does anybody understand? I didn't never touch her.
Officers, take him into custody.
I never touched her. I didn't want to harm her. That's what I've been doing the whole time. Man, I'm getting crump down here, and it's gonna be on. This is prejudice and racist as hell.
I'd like no bail.
You're racist.
Well,
I have
he
not
just
done
threatened-
anything to her.
He just threatened to get crunk on the court.
So what? What is that? So you're taking away my freedom of speech? I can't express myself now?
Can't threaten.
I haven't committed any crime. I haven't touched anybody.
All right. So
I don't want her at the house. That's what I tried to avoid.
at this stage, we're going to set Mr.
Hey, never, because she punched me in the chest. I'm prosecuting her, so you take that. I want to see somebody about that right now.
Set Mr. Briggs.
And I'm pressing charges on her.
About 1 week.
She punched me 5 times, and I will take a lie detector and pay for it.
We're gonna
Can I
set
speak to
Mr.
somebody
Briggs
and press
over to
charges
the
on her?
12th of December, 2024.
You know what I'm saying?
At
Hey, you know what?
8:30 a.m.
My shoulder, I'm in, we're on.
The release conditions in place are to violate no laws, appear at all mandatory court dates, to notify the court of any change of address or phone number. I am signing off on a standalone no contact order.
So I said I didn't want to kill her, and I never threatened to kill her. I'm just expressing to you that I don't want any bodily harm towards her, and you're arresting me for that. And it's a freedom of speech. I didn't touch her. I've never put a hand on her. She punched me. Can I press charges? Can I see someone to press charges on her right now? Your Honor? Your Honor?
This is your arraignment today, sir, on criminal charges. You've made a number of threats on a recorded
I
record.
didn't make any threats to anybody.
Well, we'll listen
How is
back.
that a threat? Freedom of speech. I didn't threaten anybody. I didn't say I'm going to kill her. I said I don't want to.
Sure. Well, we'll listen to what's played on the record. You're being recorded. I told you to remain silent.
Well, hey, I knew you was going to do this. I knew you was going to wait till I slipped and then you was going to throw me in jail. And that's fine. Because I'm coming with Trump. That's not a threat. That's my personal lawyer that I'm going to get to fight you guys
When
with.
people threaten killing someone on the record, sir, I take
I
that
didn't threaten
extremely
to kill her.
seriously.
That was not a threat to kill her. I didn't say I'm going to kill
We're
her.
recording.
I said I don't want to. And
That's
that wasn't
fine.
even, that was just a figure of speech.
It's recorded.
I don't care if it's recorded.
We're on intensive pretrial release. At this time, I'm going to impose bail in the amount of $25,000.
And then, Your Honor, if it is posted, could we have the victim notification?
Victim
requirement?
notification will be put in place.
Thank you.
This is a railroad, man. I'm telling you.
Or does he just have zero self-awareness? Maybe both. Either way, he just handed the prosecution exactly what they needed. What do you think? Was he completely clueless, or did he do this on purpose? Personally, I'm leaning toward sheer stupidity. If you were in his position, wouldn't you just keep quiet and let a lawyer do the talking? Anyone with common sense would know better. Drop your thoughts on this train wreck in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown and want to see more crazy courtroom moments, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.